There's an Ulster 9 and all, our man from Donegal. Here's to Cavan and to Derry and Tyrone. Two for Monaghan, Monaghan Darn, we'll throw out the puppet crown until Ireland's 32 is all our own. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. On to Leinster now we go, Dublin, Longford and Wicklow, through to Carlow, Louth, Kilkenny and Kildare. To Westmeath, to Meath and Laois, full of nature's beauty scenes, while Offaly and Wexford fought their share. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east and west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. Limerick and the treaty stone has in Ireland simply shown why Kerry sent O'Connell on to Clare. Brilliant Meagher off the sword foresaw light in Waterford, rebel Cork and Tipperary, dur and dur. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. Connacht's province has the pride, the West awake and much alive. Sligo, Galway and Roscommon fought the foe. Leitrim, proud of Shannon's fame, running on I proudly name that grand and lovely county of Mayo. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32.
Fáilte agus 𝐷 Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Kathleen O'Neill, along with Bruce Smith. I'm inviting you to 2 hours of Irish music, news, and announcements on Detroit Irish Radio at 𝐶RBradio.com, Studio 2. The call-in number is 313-942-0159. If you have news to share with us, or you can text that number. Once again, it's 313-942-0159. You can message Mary Bongiorno at Detroit Irish Radio Facebook, or you can always email us at detroitirishradio@gmail.com. Just keep in mind that you can listen to this program at your convenience. We appreciate those that are listening as we broadcast live here at the Gaelic League Irish American Club, located at 2068 Michigan Avenue in Corktown, Detroit. Donna is our guest bartender here today, giving us a wave, and she's welcoming all of you to come on in, enjoy the comforts of the Gaelic League, and also let you all know that the Detroit Irish Music Association members, or some of them, will be here later today from 3 to 5. There will be a music session, as well as a little prior to that, hopefully a few will get on the show and play a tune or two. That's open to all of you. You're welcome to bring your own musical instrument and join in the circle of music, or you can just come on down and enjoy the music and the atmosphere. Once again, that's happening today. Well, we started out with Ireland's 32 by Tommy Durnahan and the Irish Monarchs, in anticipation that we're going to do a little bit of traveling through Ireland the next couple of weeks, and we will welcome your suggestions for future shows. So if you'd like to share your favorite song about a certain particular part of Ireland, or one that you would like to see someday, there are 4 provinces in Ireland: Ulster, Leinster, Munster, and Connacht. And today we are going to go to the northern province, which is Ulster, and the most southern province, which is Munster. Only doing it in that direction because hopefully we'll get to each one of those counties. Ulster has 9 counties. 3 of them are in the Republic of Ireland. The other 6 make up Northern Ireland. And Munster has 6 counties. So let's see how far we get into our trip today. And part of this is I've heard of different people that are going to Ireland and, oh, where should we go? What should we go see? And my suggestion is go ahead, make your itinerary. But once you get there, do it at your own pace. And if you find some place that you really, really enjoy, stay there and enjoy it. Or if you go to some place and it's like, this isn't what I thought it would be, just keep going on. There's plenty of enjoyment to be had in Ireland. And I receive the Irish Voice on a weekly basis, and this article in the June 28th to July 4th kind of made me think, oh, we need to reinforce that. And I'm going to read you a little bit of the article. It says, if you're looking to unwind and enjoy a stress-free vacation, Ireland is just the place. Travel trends are constantly changing, and these days many vacationers are dedicated to not only having a memorable experience, but also being mindful and considerate of the places they visit. Slow travel is all about ditching the checklist, sinking into your destination, soaking up the local culture, and really making a meaningful connection with the people and places you visit. Sustainable travel is also becoming more popular as people become more aware of how important it is to protect the earth. The Irish government has developed an action plan that aims to make Ireland a world leader in sustainable travel. Preserving the environment is a big part of it. Of course, picking up your litter, avoiding single-use materials, and not disturbing local wildlife are par for the course, but it's also appreciating the traditions, the culture, the customs of a place, and supporting its independent businesses. There are many ways to enjoy Ireland and be responsible at the same time. And they have made it where there are more avenues. We've heard over the years about the Wild Atlantic Way, where you can go travel along the coastline and from Cork up to Donegal. There's many bike paths and hiking trails and different rivers you can explore. So we're going to hear about some of those places today, and we're going to start, I'm going to go through hopefully most of the Ulster ones first. We're going to start up in Donegal, just to make mention. The 9 Ulster counties are Antrim, Armagh, Cavan, Derry, Donegal, Down, Fermanagh, Monaghan, and Tyrone. And the 3 that are part of the Republic are Cavan, Donegal, and Monaghan. Donegal is one of the largest counties in Ireland. It has, or boasts, the longest mainland coastline of any of the counties. And some little fun facts, it's nicknamed the O'Donnell County, or the Forgotten County. About 25% of fish caught in Ireland come through the port of Killybegs. It's the largest county in Ulster, and the Slieve League cliffs in Donegal are some of the highest sea cliffs in Europe. With that, we're going to go off to Donegal with one of its natives, and that is Daniel O'Donnell singing Destination Donegal. And then we're going to follow it up with the late local friend of ours, Brian Bonner, singing about beautiful Bundoran. And just a bit about Bundoran, it is a tourist seaside resort, and it is noted as a surfing location. and known as the surf capital in Ireland. And it was listed by National Geographic in 2012 as one of the world's top 20 surf towns. We'll have a listen.
As I stand above the starboard bow and watch the ocean foam, as I view each new horizon, I grow further from my home. I'm sailing on a foreign ship that's bound for Montreal, but I'll view the world and make my destination Donegal. I would make my way from Malin to Bundoran through Raphoe, or Port Salin down to Killybegs by Creasla and Dunloe. I'd wander round by Barnesmore Gap, on everyone I'd call, there beyond the blue stack mountains in the town of Donegal. Oh, Donegal, I miss you, and I'll never understand why I left you for these foreign lands against my heart's command. Whatever fortune comes my way, whatever may befall, I know I'll make my final destination Donegal. I would make my way from Malin to Bundoran through Raphoe, or Port Salin down to Killybegs by Creasla and Dunloe. I'd wander round by Barnesmore Gap, on everyone I'd call, there beyond the blue stack mountains in the town of Donegal. I know I'll make my final destination Donegal.
Beautiful Bundoran by the silvery sea, your golden strand charm so grand, ever calling me, where a welcome's always waiting, and happiness for all. In beautiful Bundoran, the Queen of Donegal, in the heart of old 𝐶𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐫, where the blue hills kiss the sky, and the wild waves from the ocean croon haunting lullaby, where the little roads go wandering by the Rosses to the sea. There's a tiny bit of heaven in my heart will always be. Beautiful Bundoran by the silvery sea, your golden strand charm so grand, ever calling me, where a welcome's always waiting, and happiness for all. In beautiful Bundoran, the Queen of Donegal. Oh, the charms of old Ireland, in this little place you'll find, with its beauty, with our treasure, and its people true and kind. Sure then, it's time to party. It's not hard to understand why you leave your heart behind you in this little fairyland. Beautiful Honduran, by the silvery sea, your golden strand charms so grand, ever calling me, where a welcome's always waiting, and happiness for all, in beautiful Honduran, the Queen of Donegal. And beautiful Honduran, the Queen of Donegal.
All right, we have with us now our good friend Pádraig Egan. Pádraig, how are you doing today?
Yeah, hello Kathleen, hello Bruce, hello to the listeners. These are very exciting times to be a GAA fan, as we are having weekend after weekend after weekend of big football and hurling games as we approach the All-Ireland final, which will be played at the end of July. And I'm not sure what we're going to talk about in August, September.
We'll find something.
We might have to discuss the line the pre-game season or something.
Right. Or the local teams, they might still be playing, will they?
Is that, sorry, Kathleen?
I said the local teams, the Wolftones and the Harps, will they still be playing in August?
There you go. That's right. And yeah, so that sounds better. So 2 weeks ago, Galway were the only team left in Ireland that could have potentially won both the Sam Maguire and the Liam McCarthy Cup. Well, after yesterday's loss to Limerick, the All-Ireland semi-final, there's no Galway team involved in any of the competitions, and the highly anticipated game between Galway and Limerick lived up to its expectations yesterday earlier on. Limerick, the three-time All-Ireland winner, have been an absolute powerhouse with strength, skill, fitness, consistency and teamwork that simply had not been equalled for the last number of years. In fact, they've only lost one championship game in the past 4 years. Galway were also highly fancied under the management of one of the great players of our time, Henry Shefflin, and they had actually dispatched of Limerick out of the championship just 2 weeks ago. So 60,000 hurling supporters descended in Croke Park yesterday and were treated to a classic first half, with actually Galway leading by 6 points at one stage. But we knew that Limerick would come thundering back, and they did. So I think, Kathleen, you have a good clip there, kind of give the listeners kind of an idea of what it would have been like if we were in Croke Park at the All-Ireland hurling semi-final yesterday.
Around the middle, Glennon is calling for the ball. He has, that's Ronan Glennon between the 265s, blocked down, but Dahi Burke comes in there to try and rescue him. But the steady presence of Gearóid Hegarty is there too, and so too Cian Lynch. Lynch has the runner immediately off his shoulder is Diarmuid Burns. Burns angling in towards Flanagan. He's outnumbered there, but still Flanagan goes. He's got the ball moving. 3 Galway players in hot pursuit. Still Flanagan goes, needs a support runner. Morrissey's there, arriving just at the right time from close to the Cusack stand side from 40 metres out. Brilliant. Just when he was needed, Morrissey arrived and he puts Limerick 2 ahead.
He did, but Seamus Flanagan did all the work. He had 3 or 4 Galway fellas around him. They were on his heels, but he got the pass off, and a great score from Tom Morrissey. Galway need to get a score now, Pádraig, to keep this game tight.
We can see the Limerick flags being waved up on a packed Hill 16, the section of it that is open, as Murphy pokes the ball out long for Galway. Towards the second 45, it arrives, but Nash has broken it down for Limerick towards Kyle Hayes. Limerick moving into groove now with Cian Lynch. Lynch brings it into the middle. It's crowded out around the middle, and Darragh Donovan is there locating the space for Diarmuid Burns. Burns almost on bended knee in towards the post. It drops short. The goalkeeper claims it there. Éanna Murphy, and out he sprays it to Pádraig Mannion. the Mannion brothers from Ahascrafahina in action for the tribesmen. Down the line he plays a 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐿, but first there between that is Will O'Donoghue just intercepting it, winning it back. Burns down around the middle again. Limerick uncharacteristically fumble with it, trying to take advantage as Pádraig Mannion. Ball surrounded by players. Limerick just about have it, and Casey moves it out, and the ball swept in. Good defensive work by Sean Lennon. Important break for Galway as it's swept into the full forward line in full flight. Gathering the ball for Galway is Kevin Cooney. Just when a score was needed, Cooney stepped up to the plate. 116 to 115.
That was some.
All right, Pádraig. It was exciting, but in the end, the winner was Limerick, right?
They did. That was as close as Galway could get to keeping the All-Ireland champions in check. Limerick simply powered their way for the last 15 minutes and were unstoppable. You know, for any listeners that might like to listen to a game, that actually was RTE Radio 1, and of course all the games are on there free on RTE Radio 1. And if you want to watch the games, as we've told them, as I've said before, those games can be watched on 𝐿𝐴 for a small fee, and they can even go to the regional stations like Midwest Radio or Radio Kerry, Northern Sounds. All of those stations have those games, but it's really good entertainment for anybody who'd like to tune in, and it doesn't interfere with your show, Kathleen, just in case it all comes earlier.
And you know what, we would like people and encourage people to follow the sport. Then they can always listen to the game or our radio show at another time. We make it convenient for everybody, right?
Yeah. Well, typically these games, for instance, typically these games are going to be on at 11 o'clock American time, around 4 o'clock Irish time. Well, and the second semi-final, which was played today, and actually is just over maybe a half hour or so ago, and that was between the second semi-final was between the Banner County of County Clare and the County Kilkenny, also known as the Kilkenny Cats. Well, this was another instant classic, as hurling always treats us to the best of the GAA. And however, as I said, goals at the right time wins games, and this was proven true once again today, as Kilkenny scored a goal against the run of play to literally pick Clare at the post. So next 2 weeks' time, we have a repeat of last year's final, Kilkenny versus Limerick. And Kilkenny actually were the great team of the mid 2000s. Limerick, of course, are the great team of the early 2020s. So another fantastic All-Ireland hurling final coming up. Next weekend, we have 3 more massive games coming up. We've got 2 All-Ireland football semi-finals. We got Kerry versus Derry and Dublin versus Monaghan, with the winners going to the final on July 30th. Also next weekend is the final of the recently organised secondary competition called the Tailteann Cup. And this competition has proven to be very popular. And the final in that next week is Meath versus Down, County Meath versus County Down. And these teams have back kind of from the glory days of years ago. So their supporters will look for a national competition when they kind of relaunch their hopes of bigger days ahead.
Well,
so that's it, Kathleen. That's a very quick wrap up on what's going on.
Very nice. Just quickly, last year Limerick and Kilkenny were the ones that were at the final match. And was it Limerick that won?
Yes, Limerick won, I think,
okay.
Maybe like by 2 or 3 points. It was a great game, but Limerick have won the All-Ireland hurling 3 years in a row, so actually they're going for 4 in a row this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, huh? in a couple weeks' time.
Yeah, so, well, Captain, so you have a kind of an Ulster-Munster theme this week, and of course we've been talking about Limerick quite a bit, so I thought it'd be appropriate to pick a Limerick song. And sung by multi-instrument and singer, and I know the pronunciation is easy, Muireann Ní Amhlaoibh. She actually is also a presenter on both RT, TV and radio, and she's highly regarded in Irish music circles. So on a weekend that the All-Ireland hurling finals have been decided between Limerick and Kilkenny, we're going to listen to a song called The Leaving of Limerick. And it reminds me and has kind of almost the echoes of that song we used to hear years ago called The Leaving of Liverpool. I'm not sure if it was kind of written in the same, with that in mind or not, but in this case, anyway, not the leaving of Liverpool, the leaving of Limerick.
All right, well, very good. And we'll have to definitely put in a Kilkenny song next Sunday. All right.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks again for taking the call.
Yeah, appreciate it, Porg. Thank you very much. God bless you. With that, let's hear the next song, The Leaving of Limerick.
As I rode out one evening down by the assembly mile, I heard two lovers speaking as me and my love passed on. But the words that passed between them, they were but very few. It's not the leaving of Limerick that grieves me, but my darling, leaving you. In the morning when I am going, I will take you by the lily white hand, and I'll wave it o'er my shoulder, saying adieu to the Limerick strand. So farewell to the boys of Thomond Gate, it's to them I'll bid adieu. It's not the leaving of Limerick that grieves me, but my darling, leaving you. But now that we must be parted, I know you'll understand why I must go broken-hearted, far away from my native land. Though my fond love, I must leave you, you know my heart is true. It's not the leaving of Limerick that grieves me, but my darling, leaving you. Though my fond love, I must leave you, you know my heart is true. It's not the leaving of Limerick that grieves me,
right, we just heard from our friend Porgig in regards to the GAH sports here in the Detroit area. We're fortunate to have a couple of teams, and there's news on them as well. There is a summer Gaelic League youth program that's happening out at Floden Park in Canton, Michigan. Today, the training is from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Boys and girls ages 5 to 17 are welcome. New players of all skills levels are accepted as well. So you can check out Detroit Harps. They do have a website and a Facebook page, and their email address is detroitharps@gmail.com. And also for the adults, there is a men's Detroit Wolftones, which meet as well and have games. I don't have their schedule in front of me, but you can check them out by emailing them at detroitwolftones@gmail.com. Also happening today, as I mentioned, is the traditional Irish music session with DEMA, or Detroit Irish Music Group. If you want to check them out before you come on down, go to their website, detroitirishmusic.org. They have a session here the first Wednesday of the month at the Gaelic League, which meant it was this past Wednesday. The next one is scheduled for August 2nd. But during the course of the month, we try to get them in here for a couple Sundays to be a part of the program, and then have a session from 3 to 5 p.m. That's happening today and will happen again on July 23rd. So put that on your calendar if you can't make it for today. We also want to say La Bracha Hana to those celebrating birthdays, and we do have a couple of birthdays today as well. Margaret Sharon and my great-nephew, Joey Shipkowski, celebrating their birthdays. Tomorrow is Mary Beth Munt and Kathy Trainer's birthday. Tuesday, Noreen McLaughlin and Demarius Wood, from the fabulous banjo player from Derek Warfield and the Young Wolftones, celebrate her birthday. I missed wishing Port Gigan a very happy birthday. His birthday comes up this Wednesday, along with Brianna Jackson and Anna Victory. So very happy birthday to the three of them. And on Thursday, we have Siobhan Duran, Sandy Parker, Ann Purcell, and Molly Reardon. So wishing you all the very best of birthdays and a great birthday year ahead. Much happiness, great Irish music, and fun with family, along with good health. All right, Bruce tells me I did too much talking earlier. So we're going to try it again, Bruce.
Kathleen never does too much talking, folks. You know that.
Oh, yeah. She can't do the board, but she knows how to open her mouth, right? So why do I hear laughing in the background? It's a true fact. It had to be. You know, you have to be able to talk being a teacher. So anywho, let's try to be brief. We're going off to two more counties in Northern Ireland in the province of Ulster. The first is Derry. Derry is well known, has been in past years a big part of in the papers or the news with the troubles in the north. But interesting facts about Derry: it is the only remaining completely intact walled city in Ireland, and one of the finest examples of a walled city in Europe. And I believe it's one of the last walled cities to be built in Europe. Other interesting facts: well, the University of Ulster has two major centers, one in Coleraine and one in the Maggie campus in Derry. Amelia Hart landed in Derry, and two Nobel Prize winners came from the same school in Derry, and that is Seamus Heaney, the poet, and John Hume, which was part of the peace talks. And one last Derry fact is the Nazi German U-boats surrendered in Derry's Lough Foyle. The song that I'm going to play is one that was written by one of the beloved singers, songwriters, and pianists from Derry, and that is Phil Coulter. He wrote the song "The Town I Love So Well," and you can go on YouTube to see on Saturday, the 8th of October in 2022, thousands of people came together in Ardington Square in Derry to sing along with Phil Coulter this song as part of the 10th City of Derry International Choir Festival and to celebrate World Singing Day. It was pretty impressive. The second county we're going to go to is Tyrone. It's one of the country's most beautiful inland counties, the largest county in the north. It's overflowing with a variety of scenery, from mountains to hills and valleys. Some of the famous people that come from this county of Tyrone is Philomena Begley, Paul Brady, Flann O'Brien, and Brian Friel, the playwright. So with that one, we're going to hear the song of Village in County Tyrone, and this is being sung by Philomena Begley. And I should make mention with that town I love so well, it's Phil Coulter with Nathan Carter.
And a great pleasure to join you in this most recent version of The Town I Loved So Well.
In my memories, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the old gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory on called the women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, whilst the men on the door played the mother's role for the children, and then they watched the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride for the town I loved so well. There was music there in that Derry air, like a language that we could all understand. I remember that day when I earned my first pay. I played this small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. There I'd learned how life, and I found me a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes had burned, and to see how a town it could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old cash-out hole, and that damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they still carry on. Their spirit's been bruised, but never broken. They will not forget that their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost, well, it's lost and gone forever. Well, I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well. In the town I loved so well.
I was dreaming last night of old Ireland, a place where I once had a home. Not in Dublin, Killarney or Derry, but a village in County Tyrone. I can still see the stream flowing down Cairnglen. On a hill just beside it, there are still ferrymen. I often saw them not far from my home. Sure, they're part of the splendor in County Tyrone. Oh, Ireland has many fair counties, but an exile still dreams of his own. Not in Dublin, Killarney or Derry, but a village in County Tyrone. I can still see the cross on a hill at Outmore, with a little green moss winding round past the door. An old ruined castle stands out on its own, for there's castles galore in County Tyrone. Yes, I'm dreaming of Ireland and County Tyrone.
Well, I hope our friend Brendan McNulty is listening today. Thinking of you, Brendan, and sorry I forgot to mention the news that you shared with us last week, so I'm doing it today. Brendan always keeps us up to date on Aidan O'Brien, the great trainer for horse running or racing in Ireland, and he said that last week he told us that O'Brien had the first 4 in the Irish Derby today, so that was last Sunday. And made tons of money. So he said great money and a great day for O'Brien and his team. So keep sharing that kind of news with us, and yay for O'Brien. Also received notice from our friend Janet Anderson that the next regular monthly gathering of the Story Circle is this coming Wednesday, July 12th, and that Janet will not be there because a few of us are going to be going to Chicago for a conference with being sponsored the Consulate, General Irish Consulate in Chicago. So hopefully I'll meet up with some people that are listening to this program, and I'll hopefully come back with news to share on different events that we can become a part of. But Janet wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that not only is the circle still happening at 6 o'clock here at the Gaelic League, but there is also a special event next Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Eastern Market. There will be a book fest, and you can check it out by going to DetroitBookFest.com to find out more. The Gaelic League's Building Fund books are going to be sold at this event, as well as some of the various library books. So if you're interested, come on down and enjoy a day down in Eastern Market and seek out some of these various books. And if anyone's interested in helping out at all, Janet would appreciate that as well, because you'll be coming home late on Saturday, and would be nice to have extra hands on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Her email is janetanderson1965@hotmail.com. So you can help out, or if you want to just come down to the circle and discuss the various books that various members of this newly found group are reading or talking about, you're more than welcome. I also want to say Aber Padger Sanadini Atad Tins to those that are in need of prayers at this time, including Ivan Anderson, Mary Jo Began, Laura Bond, Judy and Tom Bruning, Margaret Carducci, Bill Carney, Nick Shimatero, John Couture, Kitty Durbin, Brian Dunleavy, John Finnerty, Bridie Flynn, Ed Foley, Betty and Mary Gowdy, Mary Gold, Joanne Haley, Dennis Hayes, David Aaron Keem, Jamie Jones, Shelley Lees, Kevin Lussick, Angela McGuire, Patty Martin, Eden Mashburn, Rick McMurray, Richard McNichols, Sean Moore, Bridget Murray, Ann Purcell, Marianne Quinn, Betty McKay Brizzo, Norm Root, Alexander Joseph Sad, Chris Scanlon, Mary Sheehy, Megan Tierney, Sarah Turner, Lexton Williams, Joan Wisely, Kevin Wisely, and your family members and friends that may be in need of prayers at this time. Also, if there's any names that can come off that list, we would be grateful too, and you can always contact us through DetroitIrishRadio@gmail.com or through the Facebook as well. Next up, we are going to go to a couple more counties in Ulster, Fermanagh and Cavan. Fermanagh, we have the song "The County of Fermanagh" by Mick Flavin, who I believe is also from that area. It is well known for its extensive forests, fishing streams, and numerous limestone caves, and is an important tourist area in the north of Ireland. Also in Fermanagh, you may be familiar with bleak china that is made in Fermanagh on the banks of the River Erne. We also have Cavan, which is a county in the Ulster province, but it is not part of the Northern Ireland counties. It is famed for its many lakes and the source of the River Shannon, known as the Shannon Pot, which is located in West Cavan. There are 365 lakes in Cavan, one for every day of the year. How about that? If you like fishing, that's the place to be, Bruce.
Your tour guide, Kathleen O'Neill.
Well, just giving people a little bits and pieces. If you're not familiar with these areas, maybe that's what will attract you. You want to go?
Well, you should put the tour together then and go and do it.
Right,
Lead
I
it.
should, shouldn't I? And be on every trip that they go on.
There you go.
But some of the main towns are Cavan itself, Ballyjamestuff, and Belturb, which is where, oh my goodness, the fella from the Prodigals, the Andy Green, not Andrew, I think his brother was Andrew. We'll think of it in a minute, but is from. Some of the other famous people that you may be aware of is, let's see, I don't think, Percy French. Yes, songwriter Percy French was from Cavan, and so was my uncle. So with that, let's go into the two songs, and the Cavan song is The Blue Hills of Breffni, once again being sung by Daniel Donald.
There's a lovely northern county back home in Ireland. It's the county of Fermanagh. It's the fairest in the land. It's the place where I was born and raised. I'm proud to be a part of that little Erin county, the county of my birth. Sure, the town of Enniskillen is a pleasant sight to see, with lovely Devonish Island, Fort Hill and Round O'Key, and the Marble Arch at Florence Court, the castle down at Crumb. Sure, when you're in Fermanagh, you'll always feel at home. And each night in dreams I'm back in old Fermanagh. I'm walking down those country lanes again, and I hope and pray someday I will return there to that little Erin county, the place that I love best. From Derrygonley's forest view, you can see the whole world wide. The waters of Loch Erin and the scenic countryside, the famous pottery village and the Melvin waters blue, and far off in the distance is the village of Belcoo. And each night in dreams I'm back in old Fermanagh. I'm walking down those country lanes again, and I hope and pray someday I will return there
shining in the sun, scenes that I knew so long ago. When in my boyhood, barefoot I would run, through the fields and the woodlands I would go. Down by the river, there's an old swimming hole, where we laughed and played the summer days away. And home in the evening, with the sun sinking low, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old thatched cottage, standing by the stream, winter nights of story and of song, and the sound of the fiddle that my father used to play, and the music echoed as we sang along. Neighbors would gather round the old turf fire, and they talked about the heroes of the day. Life was all for living in the days when we were young, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. I had a sweetheart, she was young and fair, and she cared not that I had no wealth or fame. We'd go walking hand in hand along the leafy lane, to the old oak tree where once I carved her name. There we made our promises that we would never part, and our love would last forever and a day. But I went a roving and left my love behind, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away, to my blue hills of Breffni, far away.
All right, and just a couple other people that are from Cavan are Kathy Durkin and her son Andreas, who is also with the Young Wolf Tones. And it was Greg Green. Thanks to Mary for reminding me. Greg Green was from the Prodigals, who's from Cavan. I want to also thank those that have tuned in, including Stacy Skinador, listening in beautiful sunny Illinois. Sandy and Marty are in Plymouth. Mark Hurley, Bill Schulte, and all things Irish. And just a little reminder, if you have a favorite song from a favorite little spot in Ireland, please let us know, and we'll get it on not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, because we're trying to get through all these counties, right, Bruce? Today. And next
yeah, there's not much of a chance of that happening.
We'll see how I'm going to shorten these little versions of all these things that I've found. But anyways, up next we are going to go to Monaghan, and Monaghan is one of the 3 Ulster counties that are part of the Republic of Ireland. And it's an inland county, and 90% of the county is located within 10 miles of the border with Northern Ireland. It's the birthplace of the Irish poet Patrick Kavanagh, and he was from the village of Inskeen, We also know that our good friend John Trainer is from Monaghan. County Monaghan is famous for its Irish craft of lace making, more commonly known as 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐫 lace. And there's plenty of fun things to do, including walking trails, fishing, golfing in Monaghan. And then we're going to go to Armagh, and Armagh is known as the ecclesiastical capital of Ireland, and it's where St. Patrick founded the church. And famous people from Armagh include singers Tommy Makem and Patrick Woods. John Stevenson built the world's first streetcar, poet Paul Muldoon, and the former First Minister of Northern Ireland, Ian Paisley, all from County Armagh. With that, we are going to hear Monaghan All the Way by Declan Nairney, and then followed up with Lovely Armagh from Patrick Woods.
Acclaim the twin McCarrolls, Pat McCabe, we do the same. In poem, play and song, to our county they belong. Like the mainliners, Big Tom brought so much fame. If you'd like to go out golfing with a friend, Conquerwood is a place I'd recommend. Gaze on Mucknow down below, where the pigs swam long ago. It's a mystic view of Barney without end. You can hear it echo back around Sleep Bay, singing we're a happy bunch with a wicked knockout punch. Hey, hey, Monaghan all the way. The view of Rossmore Park, oh what a sight. Why not stay in Castle Leslie overnight? At last La Village do the rounds where they won the tidy towns, and Monaghan Greenway is ready at first light. The Monaghan girls in Croker were sublime, from Latin, Amy Vale and Dunamine. And the boys could never lose, be careful, friendly knew the use when they got the Ulster final o'er the line. We salute who brought honour to our place. Tommy Bow and Paddy Cole we must embrace. And even in foreign lands, built by emigrant Monaghan hands, like the Shirley walls will never be replaced. You can hear it echo back around Sleep Bay, singing we're a happy bunch with a wicked knockout punch. Hey, hey, Monaghan all the way, singing we're a happy bunch with a wicked knockout punch. Hey, hey, Monaghan all the way.
Lovely Armagh, that place of renown, with its folklore, history, and cathedral town. How oft I have wandered till the set of the sun, round its forings and rivers, from Armagh to Dundrum. There's Green Park in Milford, and Ballyards too, Old Tassa, Grainmore, and Kitty in view. To the folk all so charming, all the best I declare, but I wouldn't give once more to be there. The sweet summer days, and the flowers all in bloom, and night all illumined with a silvery moon. To dance in the road to the sweet Irish air, makes me feel how I wish I were there. In fancy I stroll by the Callan once more to see neat little homesteads and the folk round the door. In spring I'll be there, I'll come over the sea, back again with my old friends, how happy we'll be. For when you're a rover and no friends like me, away far from home, away over the sea, I pray my wish will be granted and I will come home, and never again will I ever more roam.
Just a little reminder that you're to save the date of July 21st. That's a Friday evening down at St. Anne Detroit Basilica. There is the Irish night or the Celtic night for the St. Anne Novena. The Mass itself starts at 7 p.m. and there will be special things being given to those in attendance. There will also be a procession of the St. Anne statue. We've heard lots of news from Peggy Shimatera last week. The church is located down here right near the Ambassador Bridge off of 4th Street and 20th Street on St. Anne Street. So if you want more information, you can call 586-296-3578. And hopefully we'll have a packed church for that event. Let's see, also a little reminder that if you haven't gotten your tickets for the Irish Night at Comerica Park, the Irish Heritage Night is happening on Friday, September 8th at 6:60. Looks like the game starts, but Irish festivities start at 5:50. Reading wrong. Take that back. 6:40. Not that it's a whole big difference. It's September 8th. Tickets are $32. It includes a mezzanine ticket, one 2023 Tigers Irish Heritage jersey while those last, and $5 goes towards our annual St. Patrick's Parade. If you're interested in getting tickets, you can give Marilyn a call at 734-818-0815. Once again, the tickets are $32 and are going fast. They've already sold 1,000 of them with the jersey. They got 500 more, and I'm sure those are going quickly as well. What's happening on Sunday, August 27th, is the ceremonial first pitch raffle, where you have an opportunity to throw out the first ball at the baseball game. Tickets are $5 each, or 5 for $20. The drawing is taking place at Dunleavy's Irish Pub in Allen Park. So if you're interested, once again, let's give you Maureen Root's number, who can also get you those tickets as well. It's 313-690-1813. All right, Bruce, we're almost getting through one of the county or provinces. There was 9 counties, so we have to take that in consideration. But we'll see what we can do this next hour of traveling through some of Ireland. Next up is the County Down. It is the most easterly county. It is part of the Northern Ireland counties. Let's see, some of the famous people that are from there are they sometimes call it the Bronte homeland. It's Patrick Bronte was from there, father of Anne, Charlotte, Emily, and Branwell Bronte, we're all familiar with. And golfer Rory McIlroy is from there. What can we say? Some of the towns are Downpatrick, Newry, and Bangor. And we're going to hear a song about Bangor. It's called Day Trip to Bangor by the Grand Old Time, which includes Bobby O'Donovan. And the next county we're going to go to is Antrim, with the Belfast being the chief city, and also what's famous in that area is the Giant's Causeway along the coastline. Antrim is also the home to the world's oldest licensed whiskey distillery, which is Bushmills. And some of the famous people from there is actor Liam Neeson, writer C.S. Lewis, Manchester United football legend George Best, musician Van Morrison, and Irish President Mary McAleese. They were all from Belfast. A number of U.S. presidents also have roots in Antrim, including Andrew Jackson, Andrew Johnson, and Theodore Roosevelt. So with that, we are going to hear a song from our good friend Kathy Ryan. It's called 𝐾𝐞𝐿. This is a rope bridge up in County Antrim as well.
Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? Beautiful day, lunch on the way, all for under £1, you know. On the way back I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round. Do you recall the thrill of it all as we walked along the seafront? Then on the strand I heard a brass band that played the tiddly-bum-tarara. Elsie and me had one cup of tea and we hired a peddly boat out, splashing away as we sailed out the bay and the wheels went round. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? Beautiful day, lunch on the way, all for under £1, you know. On the way back I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round. Wasn't it nice eating chocolate and ice as we strolled around the fun fair? Then we ate eels on the big Ferris wheel, we sailed above the ground. But then we had to be quick, for Elsie fell sick and we had to find somewhere to take her. I said to her, lad, what makes her feel bad was the wheels going round. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? Beautiful day, lunch on the way, all for under £1, you know. On the way back I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round. Elsie and me, we finished her tea and said goodbye to the seaside. Climbed on the bus, closer to us, how isn't it a shame to go? Wouldn't it be grand to have cash in demand and we live like this for always? It makes me feel ill when I think of the mill and the wheels going round. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? Beautiful day, lunch on the way, all for under £1, you know. On the way back I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round. Oh, didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? Beautiful day, lunch on the way, all for under £1, you know. On the way back I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round.
from Ballantoy, no shining moon to light my way across the fields of Larry Bay and Thorough Bridge where my love waits. The fishermen lie in their beds, the salmon spawn oils blue to see, and you lie there upon the grass, waiting for me on Carrigalee. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. I will find you where you lie and stealing soft under your coat. We will tell our stories, love, and sing our songs out every note. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Your sweet kiss will bring the rest. Your mouth on my mouth, wave on wave. We will meet the sea's loud roar. No better way to cheat the grave. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Let go, let go.
For those of you enjoying going to festivals, this was one from Detroit that many of us have frequented in years gone by, and that's the Cleveland Irish Cultural Festival. It's happening this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Berea Fairgrounds, July 14th through the 16th. Included on the list of entertainers is Derek Warfield and the Young Wolftones, the Prodigals, the High Kings, Byrne Brothers, and many more. So you might want to check that one out. And let's see, we're going to go into the last of the, oh no, we're heading off, Bruce, we're down into Munster. Can I take a deep breath? I feel like I'm racing through the country.
Look forward.
I hear you, we've got to keep traveling and watch the road here. All right, with that, we are going to travel to, let's see, Tipperary. Actually, there's 6 counties. You think we'll make it through them all? Tipperary, Waterford, Cork, Limerick, Kerry, and Clare. And so we're going to go to Tipperary first. It's Ireland's largest inland county, and it shares a border with 8 other counties, which is kind of fabulous. Some of the largest towns are Colum, Nina, and Turles. That's where the Palatine Fathers are from. It's famous for its horse breeding industry and pasture land. And the next county we'll be going to is Waterford. It's the oldest, Waterford town is the oldest city in Ireland. It's a walled city that was founded by the Vikings in 914 AD. And the Waterford man, Thomas Francis Maher, created the Irish tricolor, the Irish flag. So with that, we are going to, one more quick little tidbit. In Waterford, the first GA competition was held in Tramore, County Waterford in 1885. So with that, let's see what songs we will play. From our local 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐻 band on the west coast of Michigan, we will have the song, oops, we're skipping, aren't we, Bruce? Pat Woods is going to sing another song here. He's going to sing Any Tipperary Town, so you'll hear many of the towns mentioned. And then 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐻 band will be singing the Old Dungarvan Oak, which is in Waterford, Dargavin.
Are you going across to Ireland? Will you take me in your car? And I'm sure you'll find my conversation sound. I can pay my way entirely, enjoy your company, leave me off in any Tipperary town. Leave me on the road to Nina, near the rippling Shannon Call, where the Ara Mountains join the silver mine. I'll be happy to care where the Gaeltacht shadows fall. I'm at home in any Tipperary town. Sure, there's Cashel, Tip and Lara, old Boris or Claheen. You can't leave me where I've never been before. In Roscrea, Dundrum or Kerry, in Thorles or Clonmel, and my birthplace by the town of Templemore. Leave me on the road to Nina, near the rippling Shannon Call, where the Ara Mountains join the silver mines. I'll be happy to care where the Gaeltacht shadows fall. I'm at home in any Tipperary town. I relive again in memory the times I used to know, where I let the wandering thoughts invade my mind. And that little town of Emly I knew so long ago, how I rue the day I left them all behind. Leave me on the road to Nina, near the rippling Shannon Call, where the Ara Mountains join the silver mine. I'll be happy to care where the Gaeltacht shadows fall.
she was well. Lay down your woolen shawl, me love, I swear it is no joke. And I'll tell to you the story of the old Dungarvan oak. As we approached Dungarvan, the girl at me did stare. When she asked me why, I raised my eye to a tree so old and bare. I told her of the legend, if the tree should e'er come down, there'd be a great disaster, and Dungarvan would be drowned. Lay down your woolen shawl, me love, I swear it is no joke. And I'll tell to you the story of the old Dungarvan oak. And then she started laughing, my face grew very red. She said that only fools believe what these old legends said. Her laughter was contagious, and the truth to you I tell. By the time we reached the market, I began to laugh as well. Lay down your woolen shawl, me love, I swear it is no joke. And I'll tell to you the story of the old Dungarvan oak. As I sit here by my fireside, it's the autumn of my life. And that darling girl I met that day is now me darling wife. We have a lovely daughter and a son to push my yoke. And all because I raised my eye to the old Dungarvan oak. Lay down your woolen shawl, me love, I swear it is no joke. And I'll tell to you the story of the old Dungarvan oak. Lay down your woolen shawl, me love, I swear it is no joke. And I'll tell to you the story of the old Dungarvan oak.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get through the next few here, Bruce. We're going to now, as we are in Munster, play a song that really is going to include a lot of other counties as well. We're going to play the song All Along the Atlantic Way by 𝐕 but just wanted to throw this song in here because the Atlantic Way stretches from the northern county of County Donegal down to the coast to the southern tip of County Cork, which includes part of our counties that we mentioned in Ulster and will be playing here in Munster. These roads have been favored by locals and tourists alike for generations, but even more so recently with this new Atlantic Way route. And it starts, as mentioned, in County Donegal, goes through Leitrim, Sligo, Mayo, Galway, Clare, Limerick, and Kerry, and then ends up in County Cork. Of course, you can go the other way, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go now to County Cork. And so let's have a listen with 𝐕, All Along the Atlantic Way, and then follow up with Sean O'Shea, Beautiful City, which is about Cork City, the third largest city in Ireland.
When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. I'm 60 years in Nova Scotia, waiting for the day that we're returning homeward. All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? counting down the days. When will you bring me my love all along the wild Atlantic way? Remember when we went to Bombay, shipwreck in the bay? We sat and watched the northwest sunset all along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we climbed Crow Patch, we nearly went astray. Our legs were aching, falling off us all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love, counting down the days? When will you bring me my love, all along the wild Atlantic way? Time that we went skinny dipping down a dairy maid, smelling Galway salted ocean all along the wild Atlantic way. The day that we heard Willie Clancy piping in Pearl Bay, we sang and danced till the early morning all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love, counting down the days? When will you bring me my love, all along the wild Atlantic way? And watch you catch the fish near Dingles, Kirk's Broadway. Wait for you with the half-light gloaming all along the wild Atlantic way. Cycling back from the Black Ball Head, skin salty from its parade, the ocean looming out beyond us all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love, counting down the days? When will you bring me my love, all along the wild Atlantic way? When will you bring me my love, counting down the days? When will you bring me my love, all along the wild Atlantic way? When will you bring me my love, counting down the days? When will you bring me my love, all along the wild Atlantic way?
Beautiful city, beautiful city, beautiful city, my home by the Lee.
I have sought to discover a haven of rest, where the sun sinks by night in the land of the West. I have slept with the red man beneath leafy boughs, and the wild roaring prairies bespangled with flowers. I have hied to the north where the hardy pine grows, midst the wolf and the bear and the bleak winter snows. I have traveled all climates, but none could I see like the green hills of Cork and my home by the Lee.
Beautiful city, beautiful city, beautiful city, my home by the Lee.
I have slumbered 'neath palm groves by clear running streams, but the wild groves of Blarney are haunting my dreams. I have listened for bells on the soft summer wind, but the sweet bells of Shandon are there in my mind. I have mixed with gay dancers my sorrows to hide, but there's none like the maiden who's here by my side. There is naught in the land of the slave or the free like the green hills of Cork and my home by the Lee. Beautiful city, beautiful city, beautiful city, my home by the Lee.
Well, we have a surprise call-in today, and that is our good friend, Father Brendan McCarrick. Father, I didn't expect to hear from you today.
Well, I always try to link in and see how you're doing, so I'm driving back from New Hampshire to Rhode Island at the moment, and with the advantage of hands-free kits, I can talk to you as I go.
Isn't that wonderful? Well, we really appreciate it. So, how are things going for you?
Things are going very well indeed, thank God.
Good. And Go ahead.
I had a lovely mission appeal in a small parish called Colebrook, New Hampshire. It's 3 little churches about 20 miles apart, and maybe 300 families in the entire parish.
Oh my, very quaint, huh?
Yeah, but it's great to go and tell them about the Palatine missions and the work we're doing, and ask them to pray for us as we pray for them.
Right, and tell me, have you been to New Hampshire before?
Pardon?
Have you been to New Hampshire before, or to Rhode Island?
I flew into Rhode Island, and I'm going to fly out of Rhode Island tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to actually get to see family that I haven't seen since 1997.
Oh, wow. How nice.
So it's the advantage of traveling around the country. You can take an extra day every now and again and see family and see friends and catch up. America's such a big place. It's very hard to see people, even though you know they're here. So it's a great advantage to take care of it.
Well, very nice. Well, you travel safely, and we look forward to your sharing us some stories when you come back, and be a little closer to that dance in November. But also, you have the media book and DVDs and CDs and whatever else that are being gathered for a sale in September. So you'll be around for that, right?
Indeed. And Father Dennis is working there hard at the moment, doing great work. So we're very lucky to be able to go away and do our mission appeals.
Well, very good. Well, safe travels to you, and thanks for calling in. Hopefully the weather's good for your driving, is it?
Well, you're breaking up on me a little bit, so all I can say is thank you for allowing me to chat to you, and we'll get in contact again next week with the help of God.
All right. God bless you. Take care.
God bless and take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Yeah. He had mentioned off the air that he was stuck in traffic and was thinking about us and listening to a show, so he thought he'd give us a call, like when that happens. All right, Bruce, we got a few more counties to make it through. This time we're going to Kerry. Kerry's one of the most popular counties in Ireland. It's the 5th largest of the 32 counties by area and 15th largest by population. What's unique about Kerry is they have a festival called the Puck Fair. It's the oldest traditional festival, over 400 years old, held every year in the town of Kilgorgan. Actually, was there years and years ago. The Puck Fair is famous for being the only festival in the world where a wild mountain goat is crowned the king. And he's up on this big scaffolding. Just a fun place to be. Daniel O'Connell was born in County Kerry. Next off, we're going to Limerick, and yay to Limerick for their hurling win against, against who this morning? Galway. Forgot for a minute. It was founded by the Vikings in 1922, the city of Limerick. It is one of the oldest cities, and well-known people from there. It's actor Richard Harris, rock legends the Cranberries, playwright Kate O'Brien, and Pulitzer Prize-winning author Frank McCourt. So the University of Limerick has the longest footbridge in Ireland and one of the longest footbridges in Europe. It's called the Living Bridge. With that, we're going to hear from Dermot Henry with Up the Kingdom for Kerry, and then follow it with Tommy Comerford with Limerick, You're a Lady.
Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Sons and daughters of the Gael, come and listen to my tale of a kingdom that is held in high renown. It's a place that they call Kerry, where there's not a care nor worry, from the highest hilltop to the smallest town. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. There's a rumour up in heaven, says a scholar of religion, that a Kerry man composed the great Lord's Prayer. When he wrote Thy kingdom come, sure his will has well been done. There's Kerry men and women everywhere. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. And they say that Sam Maguire is getting very tired of his yearly trips from Dublin to Listowel. If you're after football honour, then the ones you'll have to conquer will be 15 men dressed up in green and gold. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Up the kingdom may God bless the green and gold.
As children. Go ahead.
I am so sorry. Bruce was talking to me to see whether I wanted to stop or not, and didn't didn't dawn on me. This is Limerick, You're a Lady. We're going to stop because we already played a Limerick song, and we do have some of our musicians, actually more than a handful here today, that we would like to get on before the show ends. And is there any news that you want to share? Or were any of you at the convention in D.C.? No? Okay. With that, it sounds like you got polkas today. How cool is that? Sean Ryan's polka and Britches Full of Stitches. All right, take it away. maybe if we get a chance, we'll hear a little bit about if your ventures at the Slane Festival. You did your sessions and your instrument introductions, if someone can speak on that. But right now we'll go into our last county. Bruce, we made it. How about that? We have Clare County, and how appropriate, because Clare County, or County Clare, is renowned for its legendary traditional Irish music. Today we have our traditional Irish musicians here with us at the Gaelic League Irish American Club. They will be here from 3 to 5 o'clock doing a session, so we welcome all of you to come down, join the circle of musicians, and there's a great handful of them, or just come by and have a listen and have a beverage as well. So Clare is on the West Coast, and it is famous for 3 natural features: the coastline, which is part of the Cliffs of Moher and the Atlantic Way, the Burren, and Loch Jarrick. So we are going to hear West Coast of Clare by Maura O'Connell. Okay, I guess Maura's taking a break right now. That happens. Will we not hear from her?
I got it. Hold on
Okay.
a second here.
Sorrow and sadness, bitterness, grief, memories I have of you won't leave me in peace. My mind was running back to the west coast of Clare, thinking of you and the times we had there. I walked to Spanish Point, I knew I'd find you there. I stood on the white strand, your face was everywhere. Vivid memories fade, but the wounds still remain. I wish I could go back and be with you again. In Milltown there's a pub, 'twas there that I sat down. I see you everywhere, your face is all around. The search for times past contains such sweet pain. I'll banish lonesome thoughts, but they return again. I walk along the shore, the rain in my face. My mind is numb with grief, of you there is no trace. I think of this again, when in far off lands I roam, walking with you by this cold Atlantic foam. Sorrow and sadness, bitterness, grief, memories I have of you won't leave me in
Whew, we made it through the two provinces, one Ulster and Munster, and got a song in for each of the counties. I'm so relieved. but now we're going to have to go back and do that again another day, slower pace and maybe one province at a time. We also want to remind all of you, if you have a favorite song from one of your favorite places in Ireland, let us know. Next week we'll be doing Leinster and Connacht, and the following week your favorites. But just a little reminder, we do have the 𝐷𝐸MA group here today from 3 to 5 p.m. doing this session. You're more than welcome to be a part of it. Check out their website, DetroitIrishMusic.org to find out more. Also, the Detroit Harps, the youth group, have a practice today out at Floden Park in Canton, and that is from 5 to 6:30. But I just noticed they also will be having a practice this coming Wednesday from 6 to 7:30. So there's 2 practices this week for those youths that would like to learn the game of football from the ages 5 to 17. Next Sunday they are going, and it's an optional tournament to Philadelphia. And coming up this Saturday, John L. Sullivan will be the entertainer here at the Gaelic League from 8 to 11 p.m. So we're going to go out with Four Provinces Fling by Three-Way Street. Thanks for tuning in to Detroit Irish Radio. Thanks to our musicians here that will be sticking around and playing some more lively tunes for your music. And to Port Keegan and Father Brenda McCarrick for their call-ins. And certainly thanks to you, our listeners, and for Mary Bongiorno that makes it all happen on Facebook. And of course, couldn't do it without Bruce keeping me on track. Keep all that are in poor health in your prayers. May they continue to grow stronger and healthier with each day. Until next week, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Have a great week. 𝐶𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐿 𝐕𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡 𝐎𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐿